Only 5 weeks left of school. Are students able to tough it out?
And have you checked out Facebook's new graph search yet?
Those stories and more on Today at ChattState.
Hi, I'm Neil Harpley.
And I'm Connie Bergdorf. So Neil, are you hanging in there after spring break?
I sure am. I was hoping to break out the old swimmy trunkies, but it was a little too cold for that.
Here's what some media technology students did over spring break.
I worked at my super unimportant job of data processing for an international insurance corporation.
I went to Panama, Florida. I got to see Luke Bryan. I got to see Pauly D at Club La Vila. I got to be a part of the biggest Harlem Shake at MTV Beach Bash. That was awesome. And hang out with some really great friends.
I think I tried to beat 4 video games and I got halfway through one.
And this week I passed out flyers for a film festival that's going to be here in Chattanooga this coming weekend. It's called Lookout Wild Film Festival.
All I did was work extra hours at Big River Grill, so.
Was that fun?
I partied all spring break. I'm just now finished.
I got my wisdom teeth pulled.
Spring break, I hang out, did most couple yards, and had a birthday party.
I worked extra hours.
Where do you work?
Alexian Village as a secretary.
Kidnapped this girl named Dajernay and took her on a couple dates. After that, we had a good time, and I returned her.
I worked all week and I slept.
Facebook has been slowly rolling out a new search function to its 1 billion users, one that draws upon your connections to better sort through information like photos and the like. Karen Kafka got answers from the social networking side about the new tool and what it means to your privacy in this week's Clicked In.
When looking for a book, a movie, or a restaurant, why not get a little help from 1 billion friends? That's kind of the premise behind Facebook's new graph search function.
Basically what it does is it takes everything that you can already see on Facebook, so the things that you've shared, that your friends have shared, that other people on Facebook or in your community have shared, and it gives you a way to search over all that.
The search is largely driven by phrases, and since it draws upon people you either know or are somehow connected to, the idea is it gives the recommendations more weight. For example, movies my friends like, or cafes in Washington my friends visited. You also get to see who likes what. Right now, the function is only available to a small group of beta users, but you can sign up for a wait list.
We're rolling this out very slowly because we want to get feedback from people. We want to make sure this is something that's great.
For those concerned about friends of friends seeing personal information, it's worth clicking on the padlock icon on the login screen and reviewing and adjusting privacy settings on posts past and future, and what's seen by friends and publicly. I'm Karen Kafa, and you're now Clicked In.
Students are advised to please see your assigned advisor. If you do not know who your advisor is, check your academic profile box on your TigerWeb to get their contact information, or call the advising office at 423-697-4483. Don't delay about setting up classes for summer or fall.
It's almost that time of year again when we recognize outstanding clubs and organizations. On April 4th, the Hats Off to Excellence Awards will take place celebrating students who went over and beyond this year. We will find out who will win the prestigious Club of the Year award. Will our very own media club take home the award 2 years in a row?
Last month, Chattanooga held its first snowboarding competition ever. It was called the Chattanooga Rail Jam, and our very own Mark Tomlinson has more.
Thanks, guys. If you were to tell someone that you were going snowboarding in Chattanooga, you might get a funny look. But this local restaurant decided to put on Chattanooga's first ever snowboarding contest, the Chattanooga Rail Jam.
When most people think of skiing and snowboarding, they think of perfect white snow and pretty little lodges. But some people think differently. The folks at Dodge City Ski Shop, Mellow Mushroom, and Sweetwater Brewery all brainstormed and came up with a bright idea that Chattanooga needed to have their own snowboarding contest. Their brainstorming gave birth to a 14-foot tall monster drop-in with a kicker at the bottom, followed up by a 12-foot long rail. Men and women alike from all over Chattanooga came to shred the gnar. I invited this competitor, Cecil Brown, out to my ranch for a little bit of an interview after the contest, just to get his take on things.
So it says here you traveled from Contoocook, New Hampshire for the event.
Yes, sir. That's right. It's actually Contoocook, New Hampshire.
Yes, that's how I said it.
No. Contoocook, New Hampshire?
That's the exact pronunciation I used.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
So, what were your thoughts on Chattanooga's first snowboarding event?
Well, it was great to come down and catch it, check it out. Lots of good people there. It was, it was the first one. I had to check it out, and I thought it was really great. It was set up pretty well.
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying? I lost you there.
I really thought it was a great thing to bring to the South. Being from New England, never would have thought anything like that down here, but I heard about it, had to come down right off to check it out.
Compared to other competitions you've been in, how technical was this course?
Well, to be honest with you, it was quite intense. We had the steep drop in there from the start. Huge kicker at the bottom of it, sending you right into that rail, man. It was probably one of the gnarliest I've ever ridden personally.
So, Cecil, all in all, was it worth the trip?
Well, to be honest with you, this was the furthest I've traveled for a competition that I've done. And
oh, 1 second, please. Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, I guess, yeah, it was worth the trip. I felt like I got a little robbed there at the end. Thought I caught the judge's eye, but turned out they were looking for something different down here.
That's right, they were looking for something different, and they found that in rider number 7, Ryan Shimoski. Not only did this husky fellow win first place, he also won a vacation to Sweetwater's Brewfest in Atlanta. Hope we see you out here next year for Chattanooga's Rail Jam number 2.
And I'm Mark Tomlinson signing out. And remember, downhill traffic always has the right of way.
Are you ready to celebrate a night of student films? It's time again for the annual Broad Street Film Festival, which is dedicated to showing college students short films. Among the entries this year will be the Media Club short film entitled Cyborg Aja. Here's a clip from it.
So, Earl, where's Dr. O these days?
I ain't seen him in years.
Really? Because your ex-wife says different. So, Earl, what's it gonna be? Taste the silver bullet, or tell me what I need to know? Come on, Earl. I'm feeling a little bit trigger-happy.
Look, I ain't seen the old doc in years. But, Johnny, he meets down with a couple fellas down at Pinky's on Thursdays to discuss further business matters. Look, then that's all I know.
Well, looks like I'm heading to Pinky's. Not the first time I said that, actually. Thanks a bunch, Earl.
Yeah, don't mention it.
The Broad Street Film Festival takes place on Thursday, April 11th at 8 p.m. For more information, go to broadstreetfilmfestival.blogspot.com.
Students on campus interested in filmmaking may also want to know more about the professional film and television training classes here at Chattanooga State. In the past, students have worked on short films and produced feature-length film in the summer and fall of 2012. For more information about these classes, contact Chris Willis at 423-697-3151 or by email at chris.willis@chattanoogastate.edu.
It was a busy weekend for sports fans, from the heated battles in March Madness basketball to tearing up the tracks in NASCAR. Jacob Sherrill has the details.
At ChattState Sports, this is Jake. Final 8 spots to the Sweet 16 on the line. In the South region, Florida Gulf Coast beat San Diego State 81-71 to become the first ever 15 seed to reach the Sweet 16. Bernard Thompson leads the Eagles with 23 points. They will face 3rd seed Florida on Friday. In the West region, 10th seed Iowa State and 2nd seed Ohio State tied at 75. Aaron Kraft nails the three-pointer as the time expires to send Ohio State to their 4th straight trip to the round of 16. Also in the West, 13th seed LaSalle beat the 12th seed Ole Miss 76-74 to advance. Tyrone Gerland's layup with 3 seconds left was the difference in the game. They will face Wichita State on Thursday. Top seed in the East, Indiana rallied down the stretch to beat Temple 58-52. Hoosier closed out the game on a 10-0 run. Victor Aladapo's three-pointer with 15 seconds left sealed the win. Next up, Syracuse on Thursday. No Dwayne Wade, no problem for the Heat as they beat the Bobcats 109-77 to stretch their winning streak to 26 games. LeBron James leads the way with 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists. They go to the 27th straight Monday night against the Magic. In NASCAR, things got a little crazy at the Sprint Cup Series race in California. On the final lap, Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano were battling for position. They bumped and Hamlin heads into the wall. He would be taken from the track in an ambulance. After the incident, Tony Stewart and Logano get into the shoving match and have to be separated. Kyle Busch took the checkered flag for the first Sprint Cup win of the season. Final round of the Arnold Palmer Invitation had to be postponed until Monday due to the severe weather in Orlando area. Tiger Woods got through 2 holes before he played was halted. He will start Monday with 3-stroke lead.
Let's take a quick look at this week's weather with Chattanooga State's most eligible bachelor, Mark.
It's cold and cloudy out there today, and low this week of 43 on Wednesday, and then slightly warmer into the weekend. But you know, if it's not chilly and if it's chilly and no precipitation, I don't really mind it. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Mark. Well, that's it for today at ChattState. Please check us out online.
Have a great day.